Hello and welcome to the round 13 review for AFL Fantasy. It's George from Fantasy Take TV. And yeah, today we'll discuss how we went, what our trades were, and what our trades are into next round, and how we're lining up. So this week could have been one of the better ones for me. A little bit of carnage at team sheets. Lost Sam Hayes, lost Connor McDonald, so already on the back foot. We fielded 18 this week. However, we had Owens 11, Durden 30, and Butters and Titch really disappointing. So what is Butters' ownership? 30%, that's high, and Titch 12. Okay, I thought more would have jumped on. Okay, so yeah, 1,804 rather we scored. Interranked 2.8k. So we were ranked 3.7k I think, and now had a decent rank jump. But in these buy rounds, we've just been sidewaysing too much, both forced trades and just getting rid of underperformers rather than rookies. So so our trades last week, DeConing out for Ware. I think that's a big tick. Happy with that. Ware will make some good money. I think he played a bit more up the ground this game, so took a few marks here and there, took a nice intercept. He's a nice kick as well, so a pretty easy matchup for him. So hopefully he can just, what do you get? 72, that's very nice. So hopefully he can just pump out 60s for the time being and get to, I don't know, 450k. I think they'll keep playing him. And yeah, at DeConing. So brought in Josh Kelly for Bailey Smith. So I thought about Walsh, thought about Merritt, but I think Kelly's role CBAs was a bit more appealing, especially for fantasy. In fantasy, I think CBAs are a bit more important than they are for Supercoach, just because you need the tackles on the inside. So yeah, don't want to miss out on those. So that's why Sam Walsh's tackle numbers are down on last year. So I like Josh Kelly's form. He had a bit of cramp at the end of the game. It wasn't like in his hamstring, so he was fine, but it was just a bit of cramp. But you always worry with Josh Kelly. But he was also full-blown tagged by Kane Turner for 4 quarters, so that's a little annoying, but still 95, so that's alright. And they brought in Doherty for Zorko, so I got my crystal ball out here. Not a fan of Zorko at all, lost all the CBAs. Started watching the game, first CBA, he's first CBA, Dane Zorko's there. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, they just took him out for the entire game last week. Did his hamstring. Good riddance to that pick, and he'll be out. You'd think he misses at least the bye and then 1 week at least. So good riddance. Would have had to get rid of him this week, but yeah, can't stand him. Happy that we pissed him off, and we got in Doherty for a 130 something, 135. So that's fantastic. So happy with that. But yeah, again, like rather than trade Smith and Zorko, it would have been nice to actually do like a 1 up, 1 down rather than double sideways. So that actually hurts the team post buy a lot. But I think we're nearly there in terms of full premium. So I think it will only hurt for 1 or 2 weeks after the buy. But I think these were the right trades. I think maybe if Kelly didn't get tagged, but yeah, I don't think I could have done too much better than these. Maybe get in Himmelberg, but I can't predict that. So yeah, defense is really solid. We had 5 defenders playing and Jacob Ware, Dawson out, so Dawson will come back in. So yeah, all the defenders were outstanding. Hewitt, I thought he played well, just 87, and then Short 86. So he's I think a luxury upgrade to a Sinclair or Stewart in like 5 weeks time. So we don't have time for doing that sort of trade at the moment. In the midfield, so Clary, what's he now? 956, so he's probably going to go up more. So his outside game has improved a lot this year. He's calling for marks all the time, all around the ground, half back, on the wing, through the middle. He's always calling for it, and then he just gets on his bike, does all the inside work. So he's been fantastic, and I think he's currently the 3rd best scorer behind Neil and Brayshaw, I think. Oh, maybe Mills as well. What's Mills going at? 113. Clary is 114, so he's above Mills now. So although Mills had that slow start, so yeah, I think he's been massive for us. Ownership 29, so that's not super high, but it's a lot still. And then Lockie Neal, we vice captained him. So I think we're going to go vice captain Kelly, but I figured Neal at the Gabba against St Kilda, a bit undermanned midfield, so I thought we'll go for Neil. Would have been better if we see Oliver, but whatever. Yeah, Kelly was tagged. Cripps was solid. Started slow. I still think he's a luxury upgrade, a bit like Jaden Short. Like a few more weeks, finish the team off, and then we'll look at that. So you're not not within the next month at least. Titch 70 was really disappointing. No outside game at all, but it was away. It was against the hardest team. He's not a top 8. Mid, he's probably going to drop cash. I think we need to get numbers on the field this week to get 18. So I might just trade him, even though I shouldn't. I should probably hold. But he scored 110 and 100. I want to say something like that in the past 2 weeks. So he's been okay. I think maybe 2 110s, something like that. So you should probably hold, I think, if you have him. But given he's on his bye and he's not a top 8 mid, I wouldn't mind pissing him off because, yeah, it's sort of the other mids sort of took over, and he plays Bulldogs and Giants, so I don't think they're good matchups. So I'm more than happy to get rid of him. And then Owens, yeah, dead rook is what it is. So he'll be on utility for the rest of the year probably. Jack still comes back, probably doesn't play again, so we'll never know, we'll see. We held Greg Clark, so I really need him to play this week. And Butters, I've had enough of in this format. Just hasn't gone above 95 since, I don't know, 2 months. I think even more than that, so I've had enough of this. He can go. Yeah, basically, yeah, I don't know. He's just not scoring anywhere near premium numbers. And then Gorn, a bit sore. It's all right. Wits, we need to get rid of Wits eventually, but we gotta stick fat with him. Unfortunately, plays this week, so just have to hold. Rosie, we gotta stick fat with Rosie as well. I'd like to get. There's a lot of players I want to get rid of, but his CBAs are there. He's playing okay. He looks good. Contested ball winning probably isn't the strongest, but look, he's okay. I don't mind him, but he's one that needs to go eventually. There isn't a whole lot much better out there, to be honest. I mean, English for sure. Baz is not around for a while. Then there's Trelaw and Bont, and then that's pretty much. How'd Gresham go? Not really interested in Gresham. Then there's Himmelberg as well. I'm not too sure on, but so yeah, I think with no Bailey Smith for a while, you think that helps someone like Trelaw. So he could be a decent shout. Or even Luke Parker, but get one of those guys in over Rosie eventually. Brody, 86, I'll stick fat with him for now. I think a few people would trade him if they've got nothing else to do, I think, which is fine, but we'll stick fat with him. Cog's outstanding. I think he's top 6 in the current role, even though it was against a bad team. I think he's just playing really, really well. Past 3 weeks, scored well against Brisbane. Connor McDonald out. Darcy Cameron, 85, solid, and Corey Durden, he's losing money, break even of 60, so not great. And Haitley on the bench. So that was the team review, and now we'll go into our trades. So doing 3 trades this week. So we'll do a downgrade. So Connor McDonald's not playing this week. Don't know if he comes back in after the bye, but he can go. Get in this Massimo bloke, apparently had like 20 touches at halftime in the VFL for Essendon, so maybe he plays. We'll see, not too sure, but we'll get someone in. Maybe Hollands plays, keep an eye on him. Just whoever we get. We're going to grab Luke Parker for Butters. So looking at the forwards, I can't get to English, I don't think. No, I can't get to English. Bailey Smith is gone, so it's Trelaw or Bont or Parker. I don't like Bont because of his shoulder. I think I just want to wait and see how he feels over the next few weeks. Trelaw I don't mind, but again, I don't love his durability, but there's not many games left. Only, 10 games left for the year, so not too bad. But yeah, what's his ownership? 38, that's a lot higher than I thought. I like Parker. I feel a bit safer with Parker. So we'll go Luke Parker, and then Mitchell can piss off for Rory Laird. So, yeah, been a foul trade in Tom Mitchell. I think we just really need numbers, and I think Laird I really, really need to get Laird in for his fixture ASAP. Gold Coast are okay, North, and like Hawks and Collingwood, who don't have the best midfields. Melbourne are out of form. He plays them, and then he plays North and West Coast again later in the year. So I think, yeah, I want to get him in now. So make that happen. So this is what the team looks like, what it'll look like next week when the buys are over. So we have 50k in the bank. So I think next week we can do Wits to English and then do a downgrade. So that'll get us, hopefully we have like 150k in the bank. And then around the week after we can fix M8. And then we'll just have to fix up Rosie, Haitley, and that's it. So we'll just keep doing one up, one downs. And hopefully by around, I want to say end around 17, the team will be truly finished, I think. Yeah, and then like we'll still have Cripps, but he seems to be doing okay. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, I think we've done too many sideways in the buys, and we shouldn't have done that. So really, we should have had this M8 patched up, and we wouldn't have had to go for plays like Haitley. I could look at Himmelberg over Parker, but I don't really want to mess around anymore. So intercept defenders, I mean, he's taken kick in, so he looks really good. Plenty of marks, plenty of rebounds, had a few weeks to grow into the role. Did play North, where they just took 1 trillion uncontested marks. But his intercepting was really, really good, but the forward pressure was just non-existent. So who did the GWS play this week? I don't know how to check on that fantasy website. Dogs. So interceptors do well against the Dogs. So maybe we go Himmelberg over Luke Parker. I think that's something I'll need to look into. Not sure. But yeah, so our team for this round, so let's just say we get this rookie playing. So 2, 4, 6. I'll get Siliga on. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then Durden 19. So hopefully 19, probably Durden will drop off or something. Maybe we get some carnage. So happy to field 19 this week. And then, yeah, hopefully we go up again. And then, yeah, I think round 15 won't be very good for us. But then after that, I think we'll be all right. We'll be on, won't be too far behind the finished teams. So just have Haitley at M8. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next.